Good morning from Monk's Walk at Thorpe Park. Exodus construction is happening behind me. We can hear it, and yeah, got here early, so came for a wander down Monk's Walk. I was going to go straight where I started the Fright Nights vlog, where you can see like all the skyline, but I thought, oh, since I was last here early enough to do Monk's Walk, been a few changes behind me where I am. The last time I walked down here, Loggers Leap was still standing. Don't think I've been down this bit since Exodus was actually officially approved. So yeah, thought I'd come down here and see what it looks like now. The view's still a little bit restricted because of the platform 15 fence and whatnot. But yeah, either way, it's weird seeing it without Loggers Leap. There's cranes, I don't know what that is, looks like you can't even see it anyway because of the focus. Looks like some drill. And yeah, it's looking very cool, so yeah, it's great to be back at Thorpe Park. Hopefully we will get a ride on the brand new, or the rethemed ghost train. Colossus is now open after its retrack as well, so looking forward to giving all that stuff a go, and of course getting on the other existing rides on the island as well. But yeah, I start here at Monk's Walk, and I think these construction site things are new. The frame rate is still like lower than usual, by the way. I've still kept the like low frame rate setting on because my SD card is being a little funny at the minute, but there's a digger there. I nearly called that a crane. There we go, digging up holes for a Mac Hyper. I jinxed it, guys, it's happened again. It still happens with this low frame rate, just not as much, he says. But yeah, this view has changed a lot. Like, pretty sure like Timber Tug used to be where that digger is. Obviously the whole like platform 15 and Death Creek Wood like entrance when they were still operating mazes. And yeah, the exciting thing about it is there's a lot more change to happen than what we've already seen. The rest of it's covered up, and I'll check the time in a minute and see if I have time to go to like where you can see the skyline. But yeah, I've already introed now, so it doesn't matter if not. I think it's still Mardi Gras. It's the 1st of June today, and Carnival will be starting within the next month, so I think I haven't checked the dates or anything. But yeah, I missed out on Thorpe Park Mardi Gras last year. Didn't manage to make it down, but I thought it looked like a pretty good event, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see for ourselves. So yeah, we have a crane on the left. Well, it's not even a crane, really. Like, you know what? I don't even know. Don't know me. Construction terminology. Don't have a clue what that is. That looks like some sort of drill. It's got to dig very deep, that, if it's that high. And Colossus is testing. That's the first time in 2023 that I've seen a Colossus train in person. Love to see it. Hopefully we're on it soon. And I think it's time to head back to the entrance of the park, because if you didn't know, to get to Monk's Walk, which is right at the side of the park, you have to walk like down the miles down the road. I say miles, like probably about 15 minutes. Never really timed it. So yeah, it's a bit of a walk to get to the entrance of Monk's Walk, to go back on yourself, but it's worth it. And yeah, nice and chilled intro for once, as much as it's been a long one. Monk's Walk is a rather nice walk, and I'd come down here literally all the time if I was local. Do try and like come down here as much as I can when I visit Thorpe Park in the morning if I get here early enough. It's just nice and rather peaceful. Danielle is at the entrance to the park. She don't think she fancied the walk down here, and we'll be joined by Emily as well. So here's hoping for a good day. It's been a while, Emily. How you doing?
Hey up.
You happy to be back?
I'm back now.
Yeah, we went on the Swarm, and now it's time to see some fresh Tazika track on an interim roller coaster. And Danny has just mentioned, like, we haven't seen Colossus go around since we've been on park. I obviously saw that test train in the intro from Monks, but yeah, we'll see. So maybe we won't be trying this retrack out straight away, but
Should we head to store?
might as well, yeah. Well, here it is. Last time we walked around here, this whole section was empty. It looks quite nice, fresh. Then yeah, there it is next to the existing track. You can definitely tell. I think we will leave Colossus for now though, because they haven't sent a train round in a long time. There's people in the queue, but there must be a delay. But yeah, there we go, Tazika. I'll not keep these guys waiting for long, we'll get on a ride, but there we go, there's the new track. And I assume this will be a project that goes on for a couple of years, much like the other ride that Tazika have worked on, the big one. I assume there'll be a lot more retracks to come on Colossus, which is very nice to see them looking after the existing rides whilst building a new one over there as well. Well, it's good to be back in Amity, and it's good to be back on Stealth on the front row. That was very good. Loved the launch and everything about this area and this ride. Not sure what we'll be doing now. Ghost Train's open. It opens at 12 o'clock every day it seems, which is fine. So yeah, we'll head on that at some point. Feel free to use the time chapters from the description to skip to Ghost Train if like you want to hear our thoughts on the new ride. And yeah, who knows, we might end up heading to there now, but yeah, we'll see. But Stealth, very impressed as usual, good operations as well. And we've come to the Thorpe Junction. It's time to now experience the new for 2023 Ghost Train, which opened at first as Darren Brown's Ghost Train. And yeah, I assume that whole IP has just expired. And yeah, instead of getting rid of it, they've rethemed it into Thorpe Park's own ride, which is good. We've been treated to a lot of really good dark rides in the UK this year, a lot of new dark rides. Valhalla, Curse of Alton Manor, Subterra, which I'm yet to experience, and then Ghost Train as well. So far with these new additions, they've all been amazing, so it's got a lot to live up for. Since it opened just last week actually, at the time of recording, it's had mixed reviews, but in that Facebook group that they have, where just like a certain amount of people are allowed in it for exclusive Thorpe Park updates. Thorpe Park put a post on a couple of days ago. We've watched every vlog, we've listened to every review, and they're going to act on it pretty much. So what we experience now will not be what we experience probably next time we come down here. It seems like they're acting on the feedback and making improvements based off it, which is pretty good to hear them acting on the feedback instead of just ignoring it and be like, oh, we don't care what you think. You know, they're probably watching this now, someone from Thorpe Park, listening to what we have to say about it, and yeah, like acting on it, which is very good. It's better than a lot of parks do, where they'll just leave it be, regardless of feedback. But yeah, Thorpe do it different. They're all for listening to feedback and interacting with the fans and all sorts, and yeah, like saying, making improvements based off the feedback they get, which yeah, can only praise them for that really. But let's see what we think to Ghost Train. I'm looking forward to it either way, and yeah, from now on when we review it there will be spoilers, and we might not get told to keep it a secret with a capital T as we used to in there by Darren Brown. But I think it's fair that we still do keep it a secret for anyone who would like it to be kept a secret. So yeah, spoilers from now on if you don't want them. No Easter eggs, no. Alright then, I'll tell you what, I'm dreading how many like times this is going to cut out of me whilst I'm doing this, but we have just experienced the new Ghost Train. I've just spotted the Walking Dead Do or Die sign in there. Maybe we shouldn't be able to see that from here, but you know, why not? Used to like that maze. Walking Dead Do or Die there. It's not even picking up, is it? There we go. It's not focusing very well. We're off to a good start with this review, aren't we? But yeah, we have just experienced a new, for 2023, Ghost Train. Not Darren Brown's Ghost Train anymore. Pretty much all of it is actor-led, like completely. It just tells a story of, you know, you get in the last train and they're trying to summon all the dead up. It's hard to remember it all now, because it is quite a long experience, obviously. And yeah, obviously you can't judge a dark ride off one ride. But yeah, you're sent in for a pre-show. The pre-show, like the layout is pretty much exactly the same. You go in the pre-show, you go in like another little bit where it used to be more of an actor-led pre-show before you actually go into the main train ride bit. But that actually was all on the little telly screens, like a news report kind of thing before you went in there, the main ride area. But yeah, the pre-show was exactly the same as it used to be in terms of it'd have a projection. It wasn't Darren Brown. I don't remember this guy's name, and yeah, he didn't go through the science of fear and all that like Darren did. But yeah, he was just telling all the story, like, would you like to leave or would you like to get the last train? Don't think we had much choice. We had to go and get the last train. Tell you what, some good Easter eggs throughout the ride in the pre-show, and yeah, just the main train itself. So it was Canada Creek Railway Easter eggs, stuff relating to Amity. Love that. Then you go into the main ride bit, which used to be completely virtual reality. Now there's none of that, and it is pretty much the actors putting on a show. What they did in there was great, put together quite well, and yeah, the actors did a great job, just with their storytelling through their acting and whatever they were doing. The show they do in there, as it was with VR, is split up into two sections, and in the middle bit, in the interval if you will, you're sent out of the side that you didn't get, like the opposite side to where you got in, and you're taken into this room. It used to be like just a straight walk around. Late on in Darren Brown's like operation, they would like put a bit of a show in there, like where they'd ask you for numbers for a code or something. And this time, I actually really liked the theming in this room. It was full of skulls and everything, and I think they were just trying to summon up all these passengers, let's say. And then the room went black for a second, pitch black, totally dark, and then yeah, got a bit loud, and then I think one of the passengers appeared for a bit of a jump scare to those at the front of the group, which was a good effect. But yeah, I like the lighting in there with the skulls and everything else. Yeah, quite a nicely decorated room. It reminded me a lot of the Dungeons attractions, to be honest, like Blackpool, London, York, you name it. But I do like a dungeon attraction, so that's not a bad thing at all. And then my favourite bit of Darren Brown's Ghost Train was at the end, which probably the biggest spoiler of all this. You're sent into this fake gift shop, and yeah, it looks like it's the actual gift shop. When I first did Darren Brown, like I started looking through all the merch, like I actually started picking up the mugs and stuff, ended up buying it in the real one, in the real shop afterwards. But yeah, I picked up this mug and it turned out that that isn't the actual shop. And basically, yeah, you're sent through this little shop, and yeah, there's an actor there, not a member of staff that's trying to sell you a photo, and yeah, they don't do ride photos on there, so yeah, that confused me, it caught me out. That pretty much they make it out as if it's like a health hazard that's happened, like down the stairs where we're meant to go after the shop. So we're all held in this room for a bit, and yeah, for a little while people actually start talking as if like it's a genuine delay and people are just waiting it out. Like there's no concern, people just genuinely like just chatting on. Yeah, while we wait for this issue to be solved, which I found quite funny, to be honest. She rings up and the room goes dark, things start to shake, and then yeah, pretty much identical to Darren Brown at the end. There's an actor there that's supposed to be a monster, and with the flashing light effects, just jumping out on this like area. If you've done it, you'll know what I mean. Don't really know how to describe, like, it's on the left of the till pretty much before you actually make it to it, the fake till that is. And then after all that's kicked off, that's the end of your experience, and you go into the real gift shop, which is merged in with a coffee shop, which is pretty cool. That coffee shop always seems busy as well, so decent investment for them, I guess, for a good coffee. And yeah, here are the rest of the group. But yeah, overall, it's not something I'd do every single visit. I'm looking forward to seeing what they improve about the ride. I haven't really watched any videos from it. I always like to go in spoiler free, so hello. I don't really know what the criticisms have been in particular, like what people have been saying about it. I'll check it out next time I come down and see what they've changed. But yeah, like I say, overall it's a bit like a Dungeons attraction all the way through, like with it being Actoled. Not a bad thing, but not something I'd do every single time I came to Thorpe Park, especially with the wait times as well. But yeah, decent little investment overall, and the public on there seem to be enjoying it, which is probably more important than us enjoying it really, because most people who come here aren't all the geeky lot like us. She's spinning, she enjoyed the ghost train.
From a blind person's perspective,
well, yeah,
it was quite good. There were lots of like flashing lights and lots of like audible stuff, rather than there were visual things I completely missed.
Yeah,
I don't get scared,
not much though, just people running around going mad.
I don't know if laughter's the right reaction, but I enjoyed it.
I think it's funny. The finale I forgot to mention is like there's some extra actors that come in jumping out at you all from all sides, all doors, and yeah, good finale to the main ride bit. But yeah, she's enjoying a little walk around in circles. But yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Very good, very good. Don't know where we're heading to now. Maybe try Colossus with this new retrack. How about that? Colossus was shut earlier when we was considering going on it. It's open now. Not sure how many trains it's on. It's time to head on this 10 looper and try out this new Tazika retrack that it's about to go through. There we go. Nice and quiet. We ended up doing the back and second to back between us on Colossus. I do think where they did the retrack didn't really need retrack it. They've done the first inline twist, and I don't know, I never had a problem with those inline twists. But yeah, you know, if we were going to judge it based off the retrack, the new track was smooth. But for me, the problem then was the Cobra roll. It's on one train as well, which is not ideal, seeing as it has been shut for like a quarter of the season. Yeah, they haven't got the second train on yet. Well, I don't know if it's already been on, who knows, there might be an issue. But yeah, I've had better rides on Colossus, I have had worse. But yeah, it's a front row ride that. Normally one that we try to head to first, and obviously it wasn't open this morning, so yeah. Do recommend heading to Colossus first and try and get in the front row queue quite early.
Not too bad then, you had like a full night's sleep, which is quite
there we go,
good,
Emily's voice messaging.
Shut up, you oh, for God's sake.
The clouds have gone, sun's out. I don't know if that's focused. We've done every major ride pretty much, well, every major coaster. We could do some of the flats later, but yeah, just re-rides now. We've done Stealth for a second time, and I think that's it. Did I even mention anything on the Colossus retrack? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did actually, so I'm not going to continue with that. The last ride we did was Nemesis Inferno, the last major one for the first time today anyway. Yeah, fun as always, front row. And then, I can't see the screen, we did Stealth, which should be behind me, but the sun's shining from straight behind it. we're on Stealth again. We've done front and back on Stealth today. Yeah, it's worth giving a mention. Mardi Gras is on at Thorpe Park. Did mention it in the intro, but not showed any of it on park at all. There's a big show taking place here every now and again. There were entertainers just there. There is a big parade as well, which I'll try and catch. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, maybe that parade's just a once a day thing. There's confetti all over the place, all over the park, so I assume, I don't know, maybe that's from last night or this morning, I don't know. But from something. It'd be nice to catch that parade, to be honest, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. Ready to swarm now. Lovely weather. Alright then, I think it was the last ride on Stealth where I left you last. I've come to these gardens in Amity. This is where we filmed after the Angry Birds stuff last time when we couldn't get our glasses on, keep our glasses on for the clip. But yeah, come here for a ramble. Because yeah, Amity's busy. I'll go there at the end of this clip maybe. But yeah, that basically brings us to the end of the vlog. We chilled out after that ride for a bit, and then we went on Saw again. I can't remember if we did anything else between that. Don't think we did though, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, pretty much brings us to the end of the day. We'll be heading on Stealth last ride, and then heading off park. But yeah, it's been a really good day. Thorpe Park just never disappoints. The clouds disappeared as well. We did start the day quite cloudy, but yeah, can't even tell. It's blue sky, blue sky. Here, can you see that? No, it's still not focusing. It's because I put the quality down, so it's to reduce the risk of it. There we go. Just cutting out on me like it has been doing in the past few videos, but yeah, took it very chill today, which has been nice. We've gotten everything we wanted to. My priorities today were Ghost Train because it's new, Colossus because of the retrack, then yeah, everything else in between's a bonus. Had good company, good weather like I said, and yeah, had multiple rides on a few of the coasters. And yeah, that's it. It didn't get any of the flats done apart from Samurai, which I don't think we mentioned. Emily really enjoyed that one. But yeah, I did too. Love Samurai. Very long cycle on there as well, which is completely different to the ones in Lost City, which have painfully short cycles. But yeah, it's a good thing that the long cycle on Samurai. Love it. Probably my favourite flat. But yeah, like I say, we've taken it chill. It's not been about darting around the park to get on everything constantly. We've just been taking it chill, having a sit down, taking some photos, having a drink in between, and yeah, just enjoying the atmosphere and the company and everything else that today's had to offer. Well yeah, this will be our third ride on Stealth, I'm pretty sure, when we do it in a minute, and yeah, absolutely loving it. Mardi Gras, not seen loads of it. Saw a little bit of the show earlier, which looked cool. Didn't catch the parade, unfortunately. What I like about Mardi Gras is it hasn't taken. I think the Mardi Gras audio has been all over the park, but not in every single area. The most important thing to me is it's not taken away the WWTP radio. That's still in Amity. I think, well no, it's not. It's not in the Lost City audio was the same. I think the Jungle audio was the same. That reminds me as well actually, Nemesis Inferno, when we did it earlier. If you remember the Fright Nights vlog, I said like the Fright Nights vlog was on the lift hill to Nemesis Inferno when we did it that day. But in normal Thorpe, we don't have the Inferno Rain soundtrack on the lift hill, do we? That happened today. We had the Nemesis Inferno soundtrack on the lift hill, which yeah, just added to the experience. Obviously you can't hear it on the ride. No need for onboard audio throughout the whole layout, but yeah, just as you climb up the lift hill, we had Nemesis Inferno soundtrack, which was quite nice. Didn't get Detonator done today either, but there's always a next time for that. But yeah, I think that's all there is to say. Happy with the Nemesis Inferno thing. Operations pretty good as always as well. Apart from Colossus was on one train. I can't remember if I mentioned it was on one train, which is a shame. Should have 2 ready by now, to be honest, unless, like I say, maybe there was an issue with one of the trains. It happens, you know, we don't know that. But yeah, there we go. Time for one last ride on Stealth from Amateur Speedway at the Thorpe Park Resort. Thank you very much for watching. Check out the screen to see more. I'll see you in the next video, whenever that'll be.